What do we have here? The MMS473 Mark 50 Diecast Iron Man. This is going to be cool. Hello folks, Denobi2 here. Thank you for joining me once again on another visual tour. A very special visual tour. The Mark L, the Mark 50, Avengers Infinity War, Iron Man. This is cool. I've been really looking forward to this. To this unboxing figure, just overall, very stoked about this. Quick little fact here. I already pre-ordered the Mark 85. I can't wait to get it, but I suspect that the Mark 50 is going to be the sought-out armor. This is the one that's all out of action. The Mark 85, not so much. Well, it did it in the third act, and it didn't hold up very well. If you ask me, I think the Mark L here, the Mark 50, did a better job taking on Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, you know. Mark 85 just kind of withered away. Anyway, artwork looks great. I actually like the gold highlights on the bottom left-hand corner. I like the chalk outline of the Mark 50 in action. This is cool. I love it. This is really exciting here. I can't wait. I can't believe it's here. It's finally here. Love everything about it. I look, you know, spoiler alert, I will always love Iron Man. I do not believe for a second he is gone. He will come back. I don't know how they're gonna do it. All right, diecast figures always come in these awesome, cool Hot Toys styrofoam containers. This is gonna be special. It's gonna be very unique. The first fresh paint smell, that first look, that first impression. Oh, here we go. Yes, it was glorious. I love this Hot Rod Red. I love it. Hot Toys, they've mastered it. They are gods when it comes to capturing that phenomenal Hot Rod cherry red paint. It's cool. It's very cool. Love it. Right down to the Mark 46, Mark 47, and they once again they did a phenomenal job. I'm tapping parts of the surface because I'm trying to determine what's diecast and what's plastic. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I'm also wondering why it feels light. I've collected, for the most part, all of the diecast Hot Toys Iron Man, and this one feels kind of light. So, other than that, though, it's impressive. Like I said, I'm just kind of tapping. The legs are diecast. Its butt is plastic. Back part is plastic. The chest is plastic. The shoulder pads, though, are diecast. Parts of it, its mid waist is diecast. Its arms are diecast. So I'm just kind of trying to get a feel for it. Like, okay, well, where did they use the diecast? You're calling this a diecast figure, and Hot Toys, they've never created rules as to what constitutes as diecast. Like you know, of 50% diecast, 30%. They've never actually set the idea. They've never kind of painted themselves into a corner. Hint for the folks who purchased the Hot Toys RoboCop years ago. Just removing the special foam pad, and I should be careful, but I'm not. I'm just stoked that I have this thing in my hands right now. I really am. The articulation feels great. The tension per joints are right on par. I don't suspect anything foul yet. The only thing that caught me off guard is the weight. Something is just weird about the weight. Other than that, though, I mean, the paint application, the joints, everything is right on line. Pop the head there, remove the plastic covering, and I'm going to pose it. I'm gonna get my oh, that's neat. I like that design. That's actually neat how the top portion just pops off with the magnetic clip-ins. That's neat. Quick pose here, right out of the box. Added some artificial sunlight here, and It's gorgeous. This is a gorgeous suit. I love it. I really, really do. Adding some true light to it really does make it pop. Yeah. No attachments, no nothing, no power turned on. Looks great. The weight is bugging me. I'll be honest with you. The weight is bugging me. This is the Mark 46. I brought my digital scale. Pop it on. The Mark 46 weighs close to 2 pounds, 1.94 pounds right there. All right. And I'm going to take the Mark 50 because I'm really curious. I want to see how much diecast they actually kind of chipped out on this. Doesn't make it bad. I'm just curious. That's all. I'm just kind of deterring decide the review here. So 1.66 pounds. 1.66. So it's kind of close to half a pound, right? 194, 166. That's a lot. That's a big chunk of metal. I like metal. I like diecast. I'm spending top dollar on a diecast figure, and give me diecast. That's the ounce conversion there for you folks who are interested in as the difference in ounces. The Mark 46 is a solid piece of a figure. Not saying there's anything bad with the Mark L. I'm just being nosy. I want to know how much metal I'm getting with my diecast figure. That's all. Let's jump back into the review here. The head looks great. What is that, like frosted gold tips on his hair? I'm not gonna pose him with this head sculpt. I think it's a good looking head sculpt. It's on par. There's really nothing wrong with it. It looks like Robert Downey Jr. Very nice, but I won't be using the head. I'll probably that's the neck attachment, so that when he's not wearing his helmet, you'd be using that. At the end of the video, I'll show you what the head looks like, but I have no intention of using the head. Jazz flight hands, and then the articulated hands here. Okay, so I always swap out my my hands, my left and right hands, and the thing that jumps out here for me is the fingers seem really, really long. They seem a little bit abnormally long compared to what I'm used to. So I'm going to grab my Mark 46, and I want to do a comparison here. I want to know why the Mark 50's fingers seem longer, and you folks can help me judge this. Is it my imagination, or do the fingers just seem longer, more, or maybe they're just thinner? Maybe that's what it is. That could very well be it. So that is the Mark 46 hand, and you can kind of see like Tony's fingers are just elongated. All right, let's get underneath the accessories here. Let's look underneath. There's always good stuff with these diecasts. So let's pop this open. Instructions. I don't need instructions. Bullshit. Of course I need instructions. These figures are getting more complex every year, every release. I like this. This is cute, Hot Toys. I like that you give me a very attractive plastic base with a flight stand. Like you expect me to trust a $400 figure elevated that high, with the center of gravity being off. Yeah, I'm not gonna, that's gonna stay there. What I'll probably end up doing though is I may display this in the Hall of Armor. I'm not sure yet. I may create a scene with Thanos. So I haven't decided yet. These wings here, these attachment, they look angry as shit. I'm not kidding. I shit you not. These things look like somebody pissed them off and they're ready to attack. That being said, this is a phenomenal attachment. This is very impressive. It just looks angry. That's the first thing that pops into my head. Hot Toys did a really, really good job on this design and sculpt. The arm cannon, the Drax arm cannon, looks pretty cool. I don't remember if we ever used this in the film, other than threatening Drax after seeing the film many times. This is neat. I like that acrylic blue hue on there. There is a light bulb in there. There is an LED in there. So you do have to run power into it. And that is that's the baby cannon. And these cannons are designed for left and right hand. So this is the left. It's a left cannon there. He does use that against the battle, against Thanos. I believe he does. I have to go back and check now. I know the other one is where he uses it against Drax. So that he does use. This is neat. That does not light up, by the way. I want to see how you get these wings attached on the back. So I'm just kind of using my nails here and kind of checking it out. That's neat. Little extra flaps there. Testing the articulation and everything. I'm breaking out the instructions. I'm not taking any chances on it. This thing looks a little bit complicated, even for me. All right, so use your fingernails. You pop it open. All right, I'm going to use a little plastic clip here, a little plastic tool, so I don't scratch the paint. And oh, there you go, 3 LR41 batteries, and I will need some batteries. And check this out, a little tension. Very nice, very nice. Look at that. That looks cool. I'm just in awe. I really am. I gotta say, I will give Hot Toys credit. It looks blended in with the suit. They really did a good job. They really knocked out of the park as far as these attachments to the wing. I like them. I really do. I really do. The problem is that I'm gonna want another Mark 50. That's what's killing me. That's really what's killing me. Let's get the. I'm gonna power this bad boy up. I want full power. I want every nook, cranny, battery in here fully operational. Get this bad boy powered up. Yeah, that's what sucks with the Mark 50 is that this is a very impressive figure, and it's as with its price point. Collectors like me who are suckers for Diecast Iron Man figures, I'm gonna want multiple. I'm gonna want just a standalone regular version and then one with all the attachments. And these LED lights just are, I mean, they're just banging. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I just want this thing fully illuminated. I may have to look into a soap reactor, see if I can get this thing powered up, because these little baby batteries are crap. They're shit. You get 10 to 15 minutes of power source, if that. I have to for this review, I'm gonna have to try to get all these batteries turned on and then try to get as many posters as I possibly can. Being experienced swapping these batteries out, I've become a pro at this. There you go. Pop that in, and I end up after this photo shoot and the batteries and the photos I'll grab out of it, I'm gonna end up swapping them out anyway. That looks good. I like how they keep redesigning the helmets. How you attach the helmets with the magnetic couplings down there and the power source. I do like that. I really, really do like that. There you go. And man, they're just making it. No, they've used it in the previous diecast. They've actually had the battery power source on the top back arm. They've done that before. It's just not very convenient, only because of the articulated joint. You could end up damaging the wires, depending on how many times you articulate it, pose it, play with it, etc. This is an extra step. That's something new. So you swap out the battery. So now you have two covers. That looks good. I like that. That's also what's also interesting too is that the fist lights up. I've never a punch fist, an open punch fist too. That's different. That's really different. Left and right thigh. I was just looking at the markings on that. And this right here. This kind of bugged me a little bit because for me it's a lot of steps. It's a lot of work, right, to get all these little 3 batteries for one beady little light. All that work for a beady little light. I'll quote Thanos there for you. All that work for a little light. That's it. All that for one bulb versus everything else. You get multiple light sources. But it's film accurate. There's no arguing about that. That's if you want this thing fully powered on, this is accurate you're going to get. here I'm just looking at the instructions. I'm just verifying what parts go on what. The left arm, the right arm, the Drax cannon goes on the right arm. And this is neat. This is very creative of Hot Toys. I've never seen this before. The independent power source there. So the power source is on the top right hand arm, and then you can attach it. And I'm guessing, I'm speculating that the accessory pack that is coming later next year will be taking advantage of this feature. So this Hot Toys, you get my respect. This is very creative. The fact that you can swap out the arms and it's an independent power source, that's very neat. That I did not know. I don't watch anybody else's. In case if anybody's wondering, I know these figures tend to release in Hong Kong a month prior. I don't watch anybody else's reviews. I try to go into this very blind and kind of experience it with like awe and wonder. Only simply because when I watch other people's reviews, it tends to skew my opinion. It really does. But I'm digging this. This thing is such a beautiful. This is neat. And I forgot to show you the inside of the chest plate here with all the nanotech. That's a plastic chest piece there. That detail is incredible, though. I'm loving that detail. I love it. I can eat all that. That's just awesome. Nanotech. And then, like I promised, the chest, not the chest, the neck attachment. Kind of show you guys what the Tony Stark head looks like. It looks good. It looks really good. Here it is in flight stand. Quick note: I'm not using the stand that came with it. This is an additional flight stand that I had. I always have an extra one. This suit is meant to be posed in flight. I'm going to tell you that right now. It looks great in flight mode. Yeah, it's badass. This is meant to. That sucks though. I mean, they gave you that little plastic rinky-dink stand. Unless you anchor it with weights or something, I wouldn't use it for flight mode. But this looks stellar. Look at that. Swapped out the head, put on the regular helmet, and it's a kick-ass. I really hope you guys can swing this figure because this is such a beautiful piece. They really did. Other than Hot Toys skimping out on the diecast material, that's really the only negative thing I could find. But they made it up with some innovative features. Those swappable accessories with the power source, that's a plus. I like that. I like that a lot. And there's Big Bad Thanos there for scale. There's Tony, probably wondering that he's going to get his ass kicked. Love it. I can't wait. I can't wait for the Mark 85. That was it. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about it. If you guys are getting your own Mark L. Like, subscribe, leave your comments below. I'm going to go back to playing with this thing. This is cool.